Bible to give you the solution. But right now, today, that time is up. There's no more giving you lies. You're not African. You're not black. You're not Jamaican. You are from the 12 tribes of Israel. And it's high time you wake out of sleep. Christianity is a damn show. Christianity is a taunt to our people.
This is reality. That's right. This is reality. We're going to show you why. You have destroyed yourself. So we're supposed to give a warning. We're not judging you, we're warning you.
Well, have we seen any change? Have we seen anything that has changed our people? Changed our neighborhood?
I'm good. I'm Officer Amosa. What's your name? Mika. I want you to come over because I want you to see everything that we have on display. Right? What I asked you is, name me a woman as a black pioneer today, 2019. Can you name one? Can't name one, right? So we are out here to build pioneers, right? Build leaders, right? Because you knowing that we have no leaders as black women in our community, you have to be that one. Right. So do you see your nationality on this sign right here? Your father's nationality on this sign. What would you identify yourself as? Judah, a so-called black American, right? When you look at the history, a lot of black women have stood up and said, you know what, we're not going to take this anymore. Rosa Parks, very common.
Harriet Tubman,
very common. Right. There's a lot of pioneers that we have. Now today, those pioneers have transformed to entertainers.
Bring it out!
Now we look up to Cardi B's, Nicki Minaj's. She filled her buttocks with plastic. I'm gonna look up to her. That's not our leaders.
Bring it out!
That's not who should be teaching our young daughters how to grow up and be. Watch this. Read that. Hosea.
Hosea chapter 3 verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king.
The children of Israel, you said you're from the tribe of Judah. The children of Israel, brother, how you doing? What's your name? Lawrence? I just asked her a question. Name me one black woman that is a pioneer in our community. I'm gonna ask you the same question. Name me one black man that is a leader in our community. There is not many.
Right.
Watch this, read that.
Hosea chapter 3 verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king.
The children of God will abide many days without a king. A king is set up to do what? Govern the nation.
Right.
Read.
And without a prince.
And without a prince. A prince is here to assist the king to govern the nation. Read.
And without a sacrifice. And without an image.
And without a what?
And without an image.
Without anybody to look up to. We have no images in our community. We have nobody to look up to except Lil Wayne. But what is he pushing out? Lean, being, smoking, things like that. Our entertainers, 21 Savage, Young Thug wearing a dress, NBA young boy Rick Ross, boss, huh? But it's not teaching us anything to get out of the condition that we are in. Give me Deuteronomy 28.
Bring it out!
Because the condition that we are in, how did we get there? Because here in America, we don't belong here. How did we get here? Question for you, Lenard. How did we get here? That's correct. Now watch this. We know in our subconscious mind, right? The blacks are stronger than all other nations.
Bring it out!
The black woman is more resilient than all other nations. How, as we being so superior to all the nations, we're on the bottom, scrapping for a job, scrapping for a house, praying day and night, like, how am I gonna get by? Why is that? Question for you, how did we get into this condition? We started at the bottom? What do you think? That is correct. The vision did change.
Right.
And that vision that it changed to was given to us by our oppressor.
Bring it up.
And we're going to change it back to the rightful vision.
Right.
I'm going to show you why we're in the condition that we're in today. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Again, we are reading the Holy Bible.
Right.
The book that is in every single church,
Right.
every single religion.
Right.
But there is scriptures in this book that they will not read to you guys.
Bring it out.
Because they know if they read these certain scriptures, it will activate a spirit for you to be a leader.
Right.
Because you guys are the leader.
Right.
When I asked you, do you know any leaders? We are looking at the leaders right now.
Right.
But watch why we fell down. Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If we don't listen to the voice of our God,
Right.
the voice of God is this Bible,
Right.
the laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
This was Moses speaking to the nation of Israel.
Right.
He told us straight, hey, look, if y'all don't listen to your God,
Right.
read.
To observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes.
If y'all don't listen to all the laws that are in this Bible, read.
Which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Bad things would happen to us
Right.
if we don't keep God's laws. Verse 36. Bad things would happen to us if we don't keep God's laws.
Right.
Now, I'm gonna go to church on Sundays. I'm in and out. You know, I love God. He knows my heart. But you know, I still want to smoke my weed. You know, I still want to drink. I still want to club.
Right.
That's not the mindset that God gave us.
Right.
He said to do all my commandments.
Right.
If we don't do that, this is what would happen. A curse. I'm going to read one of the curses to you. I'm going to stay on the topic of a leader. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 36.
Bring it out.
The Lord shall bring thee and thy king,
The Lord will bring you and your king, read,
which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
So, when you look at history, hold this sign up. We're reading the Bible, don't forget.
Right.
At a point, we were set up as kings and princes.
Right.
Because of disobedience, our kings and ourselves were taken captive by a nation who our fathers knew not.
Right.
Read it again.
The Lord shall bring thee and thy king.
The Lord shall bring thee and thy king.
Right.
Now I want you guys to understand the mindset. For a king to be overthrown, there must be war.
Right.
We were at battle to keep our nation alive.
Right.
And we got destroyed, besieged,
Right.
because of disobedience
Right.
to our God. Because he set us up in that position. You shall be the head. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
So, with us in America right now, right? Who would you say is the superior nation? Who would you say? The ruling class, high class. Who would you say that? What nation of people? The what? The Americans and the African. It can only be one that's at the top.
Right. Right.
Who's at the top in America right now?
Yeah.
What nation of people? Not the Africans. Not the African Americans.
Right.
What do you think? Who is at the top right now of the world? Right. Whose face is on the money?
Right.
Whose face is on? It's not our faces on the money.
Right.
It's not our faces on the magazines.
Right.
We're not getting those top governed spots in the movies. We're not doing that. Read that.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
Brother, before you leave, I want to read you one thing. Go to 1 John. 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Because I brought out this history to show you that this happened to us because of what? Ignorance and disobedience.
Right.
To what? To what though? To God. So we put God in a position to where he would have to do this to us because we are rebellious.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
So if we're on God's bad side right now, you don't know about that? Go to Deuteronomy 28. What was that? No. Go to Hosea. Because look, because I'm going to tell you, I used to think the same thing, like, what? There's no way. But guess what? God hateth the pointing of the finger.
Right.
We as black people don't like to take responsibility for what we did wrong.
Right.
We never do. Because if it's me, I have to change me.
Right.
We have to change us. You have to change you. It is our fault that we're in this condition today.
Right.
We have sinned against God.
Right.
God is angry with us. Now we must do what? Keep God's laws.
Right.
Read what you got. Read that. This is a historical book that I'm going to bring out to you so you can have some facts. Both of you guys. And I'm going to give you guys some laws as well. Read that.
This is the book, From Babylon to Timbuktu by Rudolph Windsor. Page 84. And in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem.
So like you said, we sold ourselves. Read this again from the top. Read what type of people.
In the year 65 BC, the Roman.
The who?
The Roman army.
The who?
The Roman army.
The Caucasians, read.
Under General Pompey captured Jerusalem.
Captured Israel, us.
In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state, which with great slaughter,
With mass murderings. That mass murdering spirit is not something new. That school shooting spirit is not something new. That shoot up black people in the church spirit is nothing new.
Right.
Shooting up Walmart is nothing new. Shooting up the movies is nothing new. Read.
during the period of the military governors of Palestine. Many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
Were committed against us. We were always a target.
Right.
Read.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews,
How many?
over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
Fled into Africa. We went from Jerusalem and fled into Africa to avoid that murderous spirit, to avoid the mass murdering, to avoid the raping, lynching,
Fleeing from the Roman persecution
running away from the Roman persecution.
and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
The slave market, hold that sign up. This is history that we're going over.
Right.
The history that's in the Bible. The Jewish market was filled with black slaves.
Jewish slaves. Black.
Jewish slaves. Who were sold on auction blocks in 1619?
Bring it up.
Wasn't that your direct bloodline, your ancestors? How did they get here? We're going to read it for you. We're going to show you how we got to America.
Right. Bring it up.
It's written in the Bible. Our history is written in the Bible.
Right.
Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68.
Bring it up.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Egypt means bondage, and the Lord shall bring you into bondage, slavery again,
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
This Bible prophesied slave ships.
Right.
This Bible prophesied what would happen to our people.
Right.
Getting put on a cargo slave ship is in the Bible.
Right.
They're not going to read that to you in the church.
Right.
They're not going to read that to you in the church. That's Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Right.
And again, Deuteronomy 28, 68. Watch, after we got off those slave ships, what happened to us? We was put to work.
Great.
Right. What happened to us
Exactly what happened.
after we got off the ship?
I'm a big history buff, so that's
Sis, do you know?
We're gonna look at what happened.
I'm going to give you a law before you leave, though. I'm going to finish this.
One more time.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 68.
Right.
Read.
And by the way, I spake unto thee, and thou shalt see it no more again.
We would never see our homelands after we got sold on those slave ships. We
Right.
never went back.
Right.
Never did we even ask to go back.
Right.
Read.
And there ye shall be sold.
After you get off those slave ships,
Ye shall be sold.
you shall be what?
Shall be sold unto your enemies.
Unto your enemies. We have enemies on this earth.
Right.
Read.
For bondmen
For slave man
Right.
and bondwomen.
and slave woman. After we were captured, they looked at us like, she is a slave.
Right.
He is a slave.
Right.
Therefore, today, 2019, we have no leaders because we still have that slave mentality.
Right.
That's why we must rise up and govern our people.
Right.
You must see yourself as royalty, sis. You must see yourself as royalty
Right.
because our people need to see to change.
Right.
Now they will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are the Israelites. Take care of us. Take care of us. And our children too. And our children too. We have repented. We have repented. How about you? How about you? People want to know who's the king.
O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father. O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father.
Now why they trying to make it so hard to serve God? And why when I say that I'm a Jew, it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.